This goes starting the last week. Actually, it goes all the way back to last August on First Take. Hit it.
I hate to say this right now, but to be honest with you, I don't see the Golden State Warriors bringing home another championship.
Y'all gonna sit on First Take. You and Domonique Foxworth are going to sit on First Take and say that Steph Curry will not be in the conversation for a championship in the next 4 years.
Clearly remember some experts and talking heads putting up the big zero of how many championships we would have going forward because of everything that we went through.
Domonique, I made Big Perk face the music on Friday. Now it's your turn. What is your response?
First of all, I might want to get a haircut because I look so much younger and handsomer back then. Second of all, like, he deserves it. Like, they are the best at what they do. And we sit on here week after week and find ways to critique the very best of all time. If he wants to spend any bit of his press conference after winning a championship dunking on the doubters, I am here for it. I want to celebrate it. I hope next time it ain't me, but I do appreciate that a lot more than if he got up there and said, we did our best. I don't listen to the noise. Like, I don't want the lies. I want the honesty, even if it is petty. It was a lot more fun for all of us to be involved in. Just next time, I hope I'm right.
Fair enough. You've been right a heck of a lot more times than you've been wrong on this show over the years. But, you know, one of the things that's fascinating to me, having been around this as I was in my role now covering the NBA, is just how much pettiness and settling of scores there was coming out of Golden State. I think it's sort of outside of Draymond Green, somewhat contrary to what their image has been. But someone pointed out something that Steph had said in the middle of last week that maybe means it should not have been a surprise. Listen to this.
I'm the petty king, so I know all about everything, and I use it as entertainment and just have fun with it.
He's the petty king. Now, A, that's not the image that I think most people have of Steph Curry, but B, it is also a fascinating insight into the psychology, I think, of the modern athlete. You're Steph Curry, for crying out loud. You're one of the greatest players of all time. You have eagled the whole of life, and yet you are paying extraordinary attention, Tim Legler, to the things that anyone is saying about you. You're watching First Take on August 4th, and you're worried that people are holding up little zeros about how many championships. Tim Legler, what do we make of that?
Look, I don't know if he's the petty king, if he's Petty White, Petty Crocker, Richard Petty, whatever name you want to use. All right, listen, here's what I know. Throughout history, this is nothing new. I mean, Kobe Bryant used to do this. Michael Jordan used to do this. What you're doing is you're trying to find another way to not just motivate yourself, but maintain that fuel for more. And that's really what Steph Curry's alluding to. Look, these guys might say they're not paying attention or they tune it all out. It's just not true. Whether they hear it firsthand or third hand from one of their boys, they know what's being said out there, especially nowadays with social media. It's so much easier to track this stuff. So they're always aware, and it's in their back pocket, and then they pull it out if they have validation. And that's all Steph Curry did right there.
How about it, CJ? You're a current player, so you're sort of more a part of this. And you actually have been very active in the media long before you came here. So you have a real sense of all of this. What do you think of that?
I love it. I think Tim hit on it perfectly. The great ones, the average ones, we all watch everything. We watch every interview, and if we're not watching it, our mama's watching it, our cousin's watching it, our auntie's watching it. My grandma watches First Take to see what suit I'm going to wear, and she gets excited about it. So I love the fact that he keeps his receipts. Draymond keeps his receipts. Draymond had a tweet that was very indicative of how all the Warriors feel right now. He said, debate with your mama. Basically, telling people you can argue our greatness, you can argue how good I am as a player, you can argue about my attitude, you can argue about me recording podcasts in the middle of the finals, but you can't argue about these 4 rings that I got. You can't argue about my defensive player of the year, you can't argue about my first team all defense, and you can't argue about Steph Curry because he's seen everybody talk about how he doesn't have a finals MVP, how he hasn't driven his own bus. Well, now he's built the bus. He's built the city up basically from scratch, and they're printing money out there in the Bay.
Yeah, I mean, he built this new building that we just spent the last couple of weeks in. Like, how about it all, Domonique? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the point that you made earlier was like, you're Steph Curry, why are you listening to all this? We don't treat them like the great players that they actually are. Like, we spend all these months being critical of them, so I assume that they don't feel that way. Like, we're looking at it like, Steph Curry, you're so great. You won 3 championships. How could you be caught up in what some random guy's talking about on First Take? But the fact is, that's what we're talking about on First Take. And people did use the lack of MVP trophy or Finals MVP trophy as a dig against him. So this was a significant championship for him. And I know certainly whenever I get the chance to dunk on somebody who doubted me, I'm going to do it. So I'll be damned if I'm going to be mad when someone does it to me. Congratulations to him and Draymond Green. And I download the podcast just to listen. I just wish next time they call me out by name. I mean, calling me expert talking head or that guy, like, that's no fun. Name names. Name names.
I guess I would, as speaking for the one who has only ever been on this side of it, and I've been doing it since the early 90s, since a day when, I was hosting radio shows, we were soliciting faxes from our listeners, so that's how long I've been doing this, okay? Most people watching don't even know what a fax machine is anymore. The point is, no one is questioning Steph Curry's greatness. You guys weren't questioning whether Steph Curry was great or not. You were asked a question. Do you think they will win another championship? It's a perfectly reasonable opinion at that time, Domonique, to have said, no, I don't think so. You're not insulting Steph Curry.
I certainly agree with what you're saying, but that's not how you experience it when it's you. Like, when somebody is saying something the slightest bit critical of me or showing some lack of confidence. When I got my first scholarship offer in high school, my teacher was like, hey, you need to take that scholarship to Duke because you may not get into another school. Duke was not a football school. I was insulted by that. She thought that she was just saying the thing that would help me out. So, like, I understand the point. From her perspective, it's like, let me tell this guy some good advice or whatever. From my perspective, it is, she thinks I can't do anything. And I can't speak for Steph, but when people are being critical of you or doubting you, it feels a lot more personal and it feels like a dig. I'm sure Steph Curry didn't lose any sleep over me holding up a 0 sign, but it sure feels good to be able to dunk on somebody afterwards. Speaking of which, I need to call my teacher.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.